Hi Sag, welcome to your quantum reading. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Welcome to my Crosswatcher's Crosswatcher. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius and the message could be for you, so feel free to take it however resonates with you and your situation. Keep in mind these are general and timeless readings. If you guys are wanting to check out any of my services, my website is located down below. You can check out all my services there. You can also, oh, wow. What have we got here? Oh, okay. You can also jump over and follow me over on Instagram. I just post more things. Oh, I kind of want to take it upside down like that. I just post more things on quantum physics and crazy things that I play around with alchemically over there. So you can jump over there if you would like. And thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing. Thank you for all the ways that you've just been here and supported the channel. And let's dive in. I know I'm a little off of the camera, but what do I have to hide? All right. Wow. Okay. So we have dark nebula and then 3333, which is the frequency of gratitude, that which you put out gets reflected back to you. See this mirroring effect? So this dark nebula can be a situation that's kind of been encroaching a little bit. That was like the word that I heard, but it's kind of like this energy, this negative energy that starts to seep into the light, and then you have to specifically activate gratitude or a higher frequency to either come into the new direction or just to see a different reflection come back at you. Very interesting the way that that is coming out. These readings, let's see. But the reason why I took that specifically the way that I did, we have primordial. Okay. You have the shadow upside down. Interesting. How shall I interpret that? There's going to be this moment or this break when you come out of the shadow. It's like you're coming up for air. I actually had this. So it's like you're finally coming out of some kind of shadow work, or you have a breakthrough in that when you come out of it. This is almost one of those moments. If you guys have seen the movie Neurodivergent, it's a very fascinating movie. Actually, it's very crazy. But there's this moment where she's looking at some kind of situation, and she's the main character girl in the movie. Sorry, I'm just general. She looks at something around her and she's like, this isn't real. And it's like one of those kind of matrixy moments that you might come into, that it's more about how you exert yourself in the situation or how you present yourself. And it's your ability, because some of you guys might go through some kind of shadow experience. It's tied to something deep that you could feel. You know, shadow work is some kind of, the way I look at it alchemically, okay, this is actually perfect. See, this is why I love this. This is an atom. You have 7 times 10 to the 27th atoms in your body. On average. That's just an average number. And there's this accumulation that takes place depending on what you guys are ingesting, your environment. There's like tons of toxins and things that keep you in this level of orbit, which is like the lowest level of orbit. It's not that much energy generated. You need photons of light and a whole combination of energy to move up in elevation. And that's how you deal with the shadow. You take an alchemical approach, and generally you either do it with your mind or with outside elements that you incorporate into your work. So for a bit you might feel this moment of, there could be something very elemental about your week this week, but you might be going through the thick of your own shadow experience in some capacity. It's either a person that you're dealing with in your environment and it's causing a lot of emotional activations within yourself, but I'm seeing that you're breaking some kind of shadow connection. Some of you guys, I do think it was connected to someone else, because you have this dark nebula of a shadow that was kind of encroaching on your situation in some particular way. And it looks like you're coming out of some kind of shadow work, or you stopped activating some kind of fear, which might have been very challenging. Okay, yeah. Mercury and then Cancer energy. So we've got Magician and the Chariot. Ah, yes, the moon. I was trying to remember which planet rules Cancer for a second. Okay. Wow. If there was some kind of confusion that you were dealing with, you are coming out of it. And it could have been through... This will be so weird for you guys, the way this transpires. Because there's another person that might be interconnected to your experience. You might go through a bit of this darkness moment, but it will be very beneficial. If you can move through it calmly and remember that you are the key... You are the nucleus of the whole situation, and what you project out there will be reflected to you in some way. There's some kind of fascinating mirroring thing going on, I think, when you interact with someone else. And the more fear that you ignite, there's another person that will respond to that in an appropriate way. But when sometimes if you're feeling challenged to move beyond something internally, because you know how you can activate gratitude and you're like doing your freaking gratitude list and all that good stuff, but you know how there's a difference in the moments where you genuinely feel gratitude, and when you have to fake it till you make it, you have to keep activating it, because there's a difference that I've felt. There's a huge difference. There's like moments where you can feel your attention and focus is on gratitude when you write your list or you journal things, and you do get in a vibration. But the most significant experiences I've seen come up for humans is when you go deep into some kind of shadow experience, or you're surrounded by something that's very low vibrational, and then you come into a genuine gratitude for everything that you have. That is sometimes why I do some of the work that I do, because being in certain like restrictive environments where I don't have a whole lot, or I don't have the same level of comfort that other people take for granted, it puts me in a huge level of gratitude when I come into the opposite. So that's sometimes what I play around with. You have the Ten of Swords. Yeah. I think you felt betrayed by a person here. And you have the Judgment. There's the Moon. Wow. Strong Cancer energy in here. Maybe Pisces, but I always say the Moon is Cancer, so you guys will have to just put up with me. Holy Major Arcanus. Okay. You have the Hierophant. What else do we have? The Four of Pentacles. Okay. Here we go. Oh, see? Four of Wands. I'm gonna put Primordial up there. Nine of Cups. Wow, that is amazing energy. Okay. And then we have the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Swords. This combination, this has seriously been coming out, and it's so perfect for Mercury retrograde. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys this really quick. there might be little pulses of energy that you come into, and they will be both. This is the most fascinating combination I've ever seen. So I'm kind of seeing either you guys are in some kind of living situation. Things look well. It looks like you have a wish fulfillment. It's either in a home coming in, but I'm also seeing something here, just a little bit of a cautionary, because this Eight of Swords can kind of be a moment where you feel stuck or you feel trapped in some situation, and it might feel a little unpleasant, and then you feel this impulsivity come up within you where you want to do something dramatic or extreme. And that's probably the moment where you're going to need to slow down or do some vibrational work a little bit before you just like move or go into something specific. But this is a lot of powerful stuff. Okay, so there's a person that you've been tied to. You two are going through a lot of lessons. This might feel very similar. Also, okay. There could be a lot of religion stuff tied to this. Or, like, this might feel similar to family structures. But what I was going to tell you, the Hierophant is a teacher. Possibly just teacher in general, but okay. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yes. There could be a strong religious person that is somehow influential in this, and there could be some things going on with those values, because I'm seeing stuff around like people feeling challenged by like religious things and spirituality. There's some kind of conflict that might be coming in there, if that makes sense to you guys. I'm not totally sure how that applies. It's some kind of factor here in this situation. And I'm seeing that you might be moving forward into a different dynamic, and I'm just seeing that there could be a little bit of conflicting beliefs. But that's a part of the reason why, if you got a person here that's like wanting you to do things a certain way, or they might want to control your behavior a bit, it's because of like there's this internal struggle that this person might be having with their own religious beliefs, and something about like either what you practice or the things that you're into. I mean, if you're watching tarot, then you probably have a little bit of that already in you, and this person I'm just seeing is kind of conflicted by the things that you're into, or those of you that, I don't know, there's just something about that that's playing in, and I'm not totally sure who is influential in that part. Like, this person might be trying to come in and somehow influence your behavior, or get you to, like, they want you to act a certain way or do a certain level of things. I'm going to tell you guys something. This is one of those things where they say that people get raped because of what they're wearing. It's one of those really weird blanket statement or generalization type of ideals, where they say that the things that you're into are attracting all this negativity. I mean, it's just what you put out there, you get back. It's nothing other than that. Things are much more simple than what we think, but this is like one of those situations where a person might be blaming the things that you're going through on some of the stuff that you're into, that it's like not God's way or things like that. That's some kind of shame projection. It's like, and that's why I was talking at the beginning about vibrational things coming into play, because humans, like, for example, okay, yeah, I'm gonna say this, it's gonna sound super weird, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So science is science, and chemicals and chemistry are that. And I really struggle with religions that are willing to take, like, they're in denial of science, but they also go to doctors and take drugs and things like that. It's a very weird, like, brain thing. Like, it's a psychological thing that I've been watching, where people have these conflicting ideals where they, you know, they reject science, like, you know, religions. I shouldn't get into this stuff, but I just want to, and I feel like I can talk to Sagittarius about this. But there's some kind of weird disconnect that happens there, where people are willing, like, it's just a lack of knowledge, I think, in general. I think that people just struggle societally because there's not enough information on, like, biology and chemistry and quantum physics in general. And so you can actually chemically see people's shadow projections based off of even other things. Like, you can analyze it based off of what people are eating and things like that. That a lot of that comes into play. So that's why I was saying, don't get deterred by people that project their own stuff. That's some kind of chemical thing going on with humans in general. But I'm seeing, like, this is one of those situations where you might see something with rose-colored glasses. It might be a genuine wish fulfillment, but you might move into something impulsively and then you feel restricted or trapped in some particular way, okay? And I feel like it's because on one side, some of you guys might be dealing with a person that's possessive, okay? Or refuses to, like, let you go, or might be containing you in some particular way, but they're ultra self-absorbed, or they only really focus on themselves. You might be... there could be something coming to light there in that dynamic, or it's recently transpired. I think that you guys went through something painful with this person, and you might be trying to move forward and move past the hurt or the situation and just disconnect. And I think that's also opening up for you, because through this process, whatever was really painful for you to deal with, you came back into your self-empowerment. And now you've created all these tools that are creating some kind of way forward or way out of the situation. And you might be moving into another energy that does look like it's a wish fulfillment. But I think also something about it will have... if there was impulsivity, you'll see a shadow projection that's tied to that. But I think that you're disconnecting energetically from someone else's energy. That's why I think those two are connected. The Ten of Swords and the shadow upside down. You're finally coming out of some kind of shadow work. Thank freaking goodness for that. Because that probably was super crazy. Anyway, Sag, let me dive into the extended. I'll see whatever else wants to come out. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below, click on the Vimeo link, see it over there. But Sag, if this is where we leave things, sending you so much love, wishing you all the very best. See you in your next reading. Take care.